Hey you! So we're back with measure still. Okay, so we went over mapping on measure, capacity calculation, and also process model. Now we're going to get into understanding the Y variable. So using measure, data analysis, and kind of some other tools to understand the behavior of our process, right? The output of our process. Okay, so that's why I sometimes put measure output there. So we want to understand the behavior of our output measure, which means our Y variable, and there's a bunch of different things that we can use in tools to help us do that. Okay, so going back to our presentation here, so we are in measure phase. You have the chapter that you know about. We're going to divide this part of measure phase in developing some of the measurements, collecting data, checking data, understanding process behavior, and finally some capability analysis. Okay, so we're gonna use some stats here to really understand what's going on with the current situation. So first, in some of the measures, you need to be very clear what is an X variable and what is a Y variable, right? So hopefully it is now. So Y variable is the performance metric, right? The inventory, the cost, the on-time delivery, the whatever measure that we are going to improve, right? Productivity, quality, scrap level. So think about something that you can put your hands on and see and understand that that's the output of the process, right? X variable is everything that's going to impact on that Y variable. Okay, so these are the good definitions we have here. Anything could be other measurements here in the X data, and could be other aspects of X as well, right? So you're looking at some key points, as he's saying, of the process, right? So how things are used, how things get there, what is the quality, but always thinking about the inputs, right? And you also have the Y data. Y data will be the overall performance of the process that we're taking a look at it. These examples that I just mentioned to you guys. So this is an example of an X and Y map that you can do. So you put the Y variables here. So, as I explained, sometimes the improvement project has one Y variable, sometimes it's two or three. It depends, right? So I already had many examples where we had two. We need to reduce inventory levels, but we need to maintain or increase service level, right? Which is the probability of having parts. So reduce the inventory, increase the probability of having parts at the same time. Like, this could be two measures. Sometimes it could be reducing the cost. Sometimes it could be increased productivity, right? So it could have different Y variables. So here, let's say we're looking at a hospital, and we have the Y variables of customer satisfaction, total defects, flow time, and cost. And we're looking at these different X variables. So the exercise here on the X and Y map is to, start looking at the Y variables and start understanding in the process flow what impact that Y variable. So you can use the swim lane that we learned about, you can use spaghetti diagram, you can use all the methods that we already learned to in the interviews, the secondary, and the primary data collection, observations, and all that. You can use that to try to understand what are the important X variables. So in this case, we can say that arrival patterns, patient type, impact on those four Y variables, pattern tasks, resource capabilities, and quality of work also impact on that, right? So in this X and Y map, we're dividing input, process steps, and outputs. Inputs, everything that's coming into the process. The process itself, it's how we do things, with our methods and training and all that good stuff. And then the outputs. This is another X and Y map. And again, we have different Y variables. We're looking at emergency rooms. And, I don't know why all the examples are about healthcare. I love healthcare, but I think it's good to have like a service, non-manufacturing environment. So Y variables: patient time, patient satisfaction, treatment cost, staff utilization. This could be a Y variables of a project, right? And what impact those things. So pre and post treatment, facility layout, setting edge for communication, nurse assignment schedule, patients' arrivals, doctor schedules, emergency, patient treatments. All of this could impact those four, right? And what we're doing here in measure phase is still kind of finding out what they are and how they are and how important they are, right? So just a way to having some awareness of what impact on the Y variables.